Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? This is a good old Grandmaster right here. And you're watching Anonymous Liberty Media. Um, there's a big thing going on over in Mexico and shit, and it's kind of out of the blue. You know, 500 years ago, Spain invaded Mexico. At the time, there was the Aztecs and where Spain basically took everything from Mexico: gold, crops, everything. And their actions were unhenchable. But um, the new president of Mexico, the new guy he's demanding that Spain apologizes for what happened 500 years ago. And it's like, you know what happened. Now the question is, should we be held accountable for what our ancestors did? This generation, including mine. Should we be held accountable for actions of what our ancestors did centuries ago? That is the question. Because even though none of us were alive back then, or even thought of back then, it's like the Queen of England apologized 2 years ago, and so did Obama. The President Obama apologized to the Native Americans, but apologize wasn't the only thing that they wanted. They wanted their lands back. The Native Americans wanted their land back. Their land was stolen by the cavalry, by the U.S. cavalry, courtesy of the U.S. president. Shit, the U.S. cavalry invaded North Dakota, Montana area because there's gold in the Black Hills and everything else, and it was sacred land, and the land that wasn't given back. They were promised and promised and promised, but every time our government promises something, they don't get. Never happened because somebody has to step in and say no, we ain't giving it back. Fuck no. It's like it's like when we stole the Panama Canal. We basically stole the canal. President Carter gave it back, and Reagan got pissed. but but the one thing he lied about when he says we bought it, we own it. No, Reagan. Even though you're dead, on this one you're wrong. We stole that canal. We stole it. Carter gave it back. What happened after that? President Bush 41 sent in the troops to the port side of Panama while trying to capture Manuel Noriega. What happened after that? Our military committed a war crime. See, we're not a perfect country as we look out to be. Our military at the time committed war crimes. They killed civilians, journalists, under the watch of President Bush 41. Nearly 8,000 people, men, women, and children, including elderly, were murdered because it was a occupation martial law on the poor side of Panama. How come they how come they didn't do that on the poor on the rich side of Panama? Answer the poor side. When by times bodies were by the time remains were found, they were all dissolved. Nothing but bones and flesh, watered down. And if I was the head of Panama, I would do a full thorough investigation, calling the question on whether or not to demand the military in Panama, around Panama, to be moved, demand the removal, and have the troops over there tried and convicted. Tried. It's a war crime. There is no statute of there is no statutes of limitation on war crimes. Israel is committing a war crime. No. During the war on terror, we committed war crimes. You know, should we be held accountable for actions of our ancestors in the past? I don't know, because 25, 30 years, maybe even decades from now, a new generation would look back on it and probably give their own opinion on it. All happened between 2000 and now. Well, they'll look into of if we committed war crimes, if we did anything to. Well, of course we did. You know, the Bush administration, the Bush administration at the time committed war crimes. Should have been arrested at the time. Should be impeached, but no. The next presidency committed war crimes. You know, we've done more damage to this world than anybody would ever think of. No, I wasn't alive during the Spanish American War. I wasn't alive during the uh, invasion of uh, Korea or even Vietnam. I wasn't even a thought of. I was born post Vietnam War. I was born in '76, January of '76. So it was always right after the Vietnam War officially ended in '75. I was born months after the war. I was born on January 1st of '76. I was a New Year's baby in '76. And I didn't know much about the Vietnam War at the time until I got older. Um, but I mean, it's always that question: is that should we apologize on behalf of our ancestors of what they did centuries ago? That is a tough question to even to answer, because even though, in my opinion, no, because we should never apologize because we weren't alive then. We weren't alive then. I wasn't alive during the Vietnam War, Korea, World War II, World War One, the Spanish American War, so on and so forth. Because I didn't know what happened. No one did. In my generation, the millennials or Gen Z, we weren't even alive then. The baby boomers, some were alive, but some weren't alive then because we weren't there. Um, should we apologize for our ancestors? No, no, because we weren't there. If our ancestors were alive today, maybe they should apologize, but they're dead. They're dead. So why should we apologize for the past when we weren't even there to be, when we weren't even alive then? Period. No. It's a good question. Should we apologize? In my opinion, no, because we weren't there. We weren't even alive then. I mean, should I apologize for what happened in wherever? I don't know. I mean, if you understand that if if you were around my age, around even my son's age, and you realize that, should we apologize for the past? No, 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 because too late. Because they're dead. I mean, they can't pay the price now because they're all fucking dead. They're dead. I mean, if they're alive today, maybe, but no, because they're all fucking dead. they're all fucking dead. So I mean, like that's like, should we apologize for our ancestors during World War One? No. Two? No. Korea? No. Vietnam? No, because we weren't even alive then. We weren't there. Past is a past. There's no saying that goes, do not live in the past. You have to move forward. So why should I have to apologize for what my ancestors did when I wasn't even there? I wasn't alive then. So should I have to apologize for my ancestors? Fuck no. For example, if I was related to General Santa Anna during the War of Ammo, Battle Ammo, should I apologize for his actions for what he did to the Texans? No, because I wasn't even fucking alive then. I wasn't even there, so I wouldn't know what he did. No, never apologize because it wasn't your fault. You weren't there. Your ancestor may have been there, but why should the this generation now apologize? Never apologize because you weren't there. It seems that somebody wants you to apologize for something you had nothing to do with, or you had no control over, because you weren't even fucking alive then. I mean, look, for example, what Kim Hart did on Twitter, hey, that was decades ago. That was a decade ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. So why should he have to apologize over and over and over and over again? Maybe the people who are pushing him to apologize should apologize to him. Maybe the Democrats should apologize to the president and the American people for wasting their fucking time and wasting their fucking money on bullshit. What's this? What's this apology? You need to say you're sorry. Fuck you. I will not. I will not. I will not fucking apologize. No. Because when you try to force somebody to apologize for something that they would have said, understand the First Amendment. I can apologize for what I fucking said. Because you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't fucking have to. Because what happened then, centuries ago, a decade ago, decades ago, at the time, 500 years ago, Spain did fuck up. Spain did kill a lot of Mexicans about 500 years ago and shit. Should they have been held accountable? Fuck yeah, they should be. Should have been. But it was 500 years ago, so why should Spain apologize now? There's a 500-year gap between what happened 500 years ago and 500 years later. There's a huge generational gap. Should the descendants of Columbus apologize for what he did? No, because they weren't alive then. Should the descendants of Pancho Villa apologize for what he did? No. Fuck no. Shit no. Should descendants of Roosevelt, that when he put the Japanese Americans in camps during World War II, you bet your ass they should. You bet your ass they should. Even though, but should they? I don't know. In my opinion, yeah, they should, because you know what? That's betraying your own people, your own countrymen, whether you're Hispanic, Black, Irish, Italian, Polish, Chinese, Japanese, Arab, Jewish, Canadian. What Roosevelt did in 41 was fucked up. Was really fucked up. Yeah. And should the government of the United States give back the gold to the people that they stole it from? You bet your fucking ass they should. Of course, it won't happen because there's a few politicians who will say, well, it needed to be done. It needed to be done. I have right here the silver dollar. It's Morgan silver dollar. It's a 1885. War against the dollar. And if out of nowhere the president demands, you need to turn in your silver and gold or 10 years in prison. I don't fucking think so. No. No. Because now, these are worth something. Silver and gold are now worth something. And it'll be really fucked up if out of nowhere, if Hillary was in office, she might take the playbook of Roosevelt and demand all your silver and gold, coins and bullion. And thank God we got a good guy in office who would never do that. Never do that. Never apologize for what your ancestors did. For one, you weren't there. Two, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Because what happened 500 years ago happened 500 years ago. Okay? What happened then happened then. And if your ancestors were part of that, it shouldn't be. You should never apologize for them because you weren't there. You weren't there for the action. You weren't there when people died. Their crops taken, or women raped, pillaged. Entire society genocide. So you hold no accountability for your ancestors at all. Because it ain't your job to do so. You shouldn't have to. Never apologize for what they did because you weren't even there. Sorry, Spain. Sorry, Mexico. What happened then happened then. So, if you want an apology, you ain't going to get it. Why? Because our generation weren't fucking there. And you want us to apologize for something like that? Fuck no. Okay? I'm sorry, President of Mexico, but the government of Spain ain't going to apologize because the generation you're in now had nothing to do with it. But the ancestors did, so fuck it. Sorry, ain't going to happen. So, should we now? The president, the governor, the guy who's governing in Mexico wants Spain to apologize to them for what happened 500 years ago. So, 500 years ago, Spain fucked up. But 500 years later, a guy that's governing part of Mexico, or is the new president of Mexico, or not, wants the King of Spain, okay, King of Spain, to apologize for what happened 500 years ago. Gee, that's a new one. That's a new one. You know, I mean, it's kind of strange that Obama apologize to the Native Americans. Now, apology wouldn't be the only thing, but how about giving back their land? Seriously, I mean, come on. If you really want to apologize to people now, how about give them back their land? Get off their. Basically, if the Queen of England apologized to whoever. No, here's there's video here. Okay, I want to say here. Now this is a pretty good question here. It's a really good question now here.
Wasn't country enough, they said. My voice wasn't good. That's when I really knew I wanted to.
Mexico's president is demanding an apology from Spain for crimes committed during the conquest of the region 500 years ago. It comes just 2 months after the Spanish Prime Minister's visit to Mexico.
I have sent a letter to the King of Spain and another to the Pope, calling for a full account of the abuses and urging them to apologize to the indigenous peoples for the violations of what we now call their human rights. There were massacres and oppression.
Spain has rejected the demand, stating that history can't be judged in the light of contemporary considerations. The issue has divided Spanish politicians, with some calling the request an intolerable offence and others supporting Mexico's position. However, the practice of countries apologising for darker episodes from the past is not exactly unheard of. For example, the UK issued an apology to New Zealand indigenous people and to Kenya for
Now, the Queen of England apologized to the Maori tribe, the Mauritanian tribe in New Zealand. Okay.
Treatment by colonial authorities. Leaders in the US and Canada have also.
Go back.
The UK issued an apology to New Zealand indigenous people and to Kenya for mistreatment by colonial authorities. Leaders in the US and.
Now, check out 2013. That was 6 years ago. The UK government apologized for use of torture on Kenyans in 1950. Now, how come the officials in the UK government wasn't held accountable? And I mean, not just apologize, but be held accountable. Okay, apologize is one thing, but accountability is another.
Canada have also expressed regret for past actions against native tribes there. We discussed this with our guests.
Now we all know about the issues with the Canadian Indigenous people. Justin Trudeau last year apologized to the Canadian Indigenous people. Now, how about this? How about the Canadian government get off the people's land? Simple as that. Do what they ask. Get off their fucking land.
International Affairs analyst Salvador González Briceño and Javier Hurtado Mira, president of the Democrat Youth Community of Europe.
Muy razonable y me parece.
But the thing is, this generation should not apologize. I mean, it's unheard of because I can understand what happened with what the UK did, and what the U.S. government did to the Native Americans. Okay, that's what policy should have been done a long time ago. But the people in government is so fucking arrogant, so fucking up their fucking high horse. They do not give a shit about indigenous people in Canada, New Zealand, Kenya, and here. Should they apologize? Not just that, but the descendants should also apologize. Period. But it's all unheard of. All unheard of. But it is a good question. Should Spain apologize of what happened 500 years ago? That is a good question. Mexican president demands apology from Spain king, French king over 16th century conquests. And that, no, 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 because why apologize now? If it happened in the 16th century, it should never. Nobody in this era apologize because that was 500 years ago. But it's a good question, and I could agree to that question. Should they apologize? Yes, no, I don't know. But in that matter, no. No, I don't think so. Because what happened half a millennia ago, fuck it, no. People need to realize that whatever happened centuries ago should just be left alone. Leave it alone. If you apologize now, it'll be too little, too late. Okay. I mean, even if you apologize even now, it'll be too little, too late. Okay. Because we need to move forward, not back. Okay. We need to move forward, not back. And that's the important thing is we need to move forward. Hugely forward. But there's some Paul would think otherwise. No, otherwise. And it is a good question is should we apologize for the misdeeds of our ancestors? No. 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 Because too little, too late. Sorry to say it, but it's too late. So why apologize now to what happened centuries ago, half a millennia ago, 500 years ago? We shouldn't have apologized. We shouldn't. Because we weren't there. But our ancestors were. It's a good question. But no. Okay? I am good old Grandmaster Evan here, and I am the founder of the Anonymous Liberty Media. And if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and check me out on Minds, MeWe, Hollowness, BitChute, Twitter, Tumblr, and you can also check out on Facebook.com/Anonymous Liberty Media. LIBARTRY Media. Also check out the TWRN/ALM Revolution on Facebook.com/TWRN/ALM Revolution. And any questions, you could let me give my email. You could check me out. Email me. At agentgrimlock76@ssdemail.ch and agentgrimlock_ 1776 at protonmail.com. Again, that is Agent Grimlock _ 1776 at protonmail.com. All right. Again, I am Grandmaster Evan, and knowledge is free. If you ain't down with that, we got 3 words for you. Go fuck yourself. Peace out. I'm Revan. You're not. Fuck you. I'm out.